video, I would like to discuss about how to format the contents page in the technical seminar report documentation. I have a sample content. In general, we may place the heading as contents, or in bold fashion we can also represent index. Both are same. So I keep the heading of this table of contents as contents, and when we look into this sample content, it was not aligned properly and it was not formatted in a right manner. When we look into each and every line, the content is not justified, and also when we see the ruler, here I am seeing some kind of a symbol with L, which is representing the left tab. Also, I have left tab symbol here. When I move the cursor to the fourth line, that is acknowledgement line, because I have contents as first line, then blank line, then title, then followed by acknowledgement. In the fourth line, when I move the cursor, it shows left tab here. It means that the tab positions are not set properly. So in order to set the tab positions, we can go for page layout menu. Within the page layout menu, we need to go for paragraph settings. When we click on paragraph settings, it shows the tabs button at the bottom of the screen. We have to click the tabs button. Then we need to clear all. When we click on clear all, it will set to the default tab stop position. So the default tab stop position will be set now. So that is 1.27 centimeters. Earlier, it is not the case. So we need to clear all. Anyhow, I will show you once again. So without clicking on OK, I am going to click on cancel so that it will not do any modifications in the ruler. Now I am clicking on paragraph settings. Now I am clicking on tab button. And here by default we have 1.27 centimeters, but it was modified with 2.34 etc. and 13.38 centimeters etc. Okay. So now I'm going to clear all tab stop positions. Now I'm going to click on OK. So this is the actual tab position for this acknowledgement. Why it was moved to 2.4 or some 13.38 centimeters is to show acknowledgement below the title. So for that, it was done by providing some tab spaces. So likewise, if you provide tab spaces at each and every line, so we cannot justify the content as accurately as possible. So for that, I'm going to take the help of the table. So I'm inserting the table in the document by clicking on insert menu, table. Here I need 3 columns. So I'm going to select 3 columns, and the number of rows will be initially taken as 3 rows. Later I will add as many number of rows as possible based on the content of the table. So now for this, I'm going to enter serial number, title and page number in 3 different columns as shown on the screen. Now we have observed some red color underline for serial number. So it is a kind of grammatical mistake. I need to add it to the dictionary because I need to use this serial number notation. So when I open MS Office Word further for any documentation preparation, it will not show any error because I have added it to dictionary. Now in the next line, that is in the next row of the table, serial number I don't want to give for acknowledgement, and the title here is I want to write acknowledgement. Then page number I need to make it empty. Then followed by, in the next row, serial number is empty, then followed by abstract as a title, and here the page number for abstract that I would like to give here is 1 if it is necessary. You can give Roman letter 1 here. It is not the page numbers with numerical letters, because this is not the actual content that we are preparing. This is only the abstract page of the particular technical seminar report. And in the next row, I'm going to enter list of figures, which is shown in the content that I'm showing in the sample content part. So for that, I'm clicking on tab so that it will create a new row. Now I'm adding the list of figures in the title. Then the page number is Roman letter 3. So here I need to enter Roman letter in lowercase letters, but when I click on tab space, by default it shows uppercase letters. Similarly, I have pressed tab space in third row when the cursor is blinking, so that it will convert it into uppercase. So to make it lowercase, so we have to select the alphabet and we need to press Shift F3. So that is one way. Another way is, I'm going to undo this. Now when I press tab space here, it shows uppercase letter. Now I'm going to press undo. Again it shows uppercase. So now I'm going to press undo. Now I'm going to move the cursor towards the right side of the table and I'm going to press enter, so that it will create a new row without making the alphabet I into uppercase. So for moving the cursor towards the end of the table, for that you have to use right arrow key. Now I'm going to type list of figures, then Roman letter 3 at some page number. That means the list of figures is available in some page number 3. I'm going to move the right arrow instead of tab. I'm going to press enter. So it will create a new row. So likewise, I will type list of tables, if any, available in your seminar report. Then here for this, I'm going to give some 4 as page number. Then I'm going to create one more row. Here I'm going to give the serial number as 1 now. Then introduction. Now the page number is 1. Now for this you can type either tab key or right arrow key and press enter in order to create a new row, because the number will not be converted into any uppercase. So we can press tab key also to create a new row. So likewise, we need to create the content in the table, and I'm going to add one more. So here topic 2, and the page number may be some 4, because here my assumption is introduction part will take 1 to 3 and the topic 2 is going to start from 4th page. Likewise, it is my assumption. That depends on the content that you have in your technical seminar report. You have to provide the page number. So now I would like to discuss about how to format this content. And earlier at the beginning of this video, I told you that we have a left tab space which we have maintained in order to show acknowledgement. That means A should start where the T should start in this line. That means in the second line, that means after this line, I want to show acknowledgement to begin with the position where the title, the first alphabet T is started. I need to start from there. So for that purpose, I am going to use the tab spaces. That is a normal thing everyone is going to do, but this is not a recommended procedure. Just we need to use some table format. Now I'm going to make this table in a proper formatted manner. That means I need to format the table in a proper way. For that, first I'm going to select the table. Then I'm going to click on the layout menu. So in the layout menu, I'm going to choose AutoFit, AutoFit Contents, AutoFit Window, AutoFit Column Width. Now I will show you one by one. When I apply AutoFit Content, it shows like this. Now I'm going to apply AutoFit Window, it shows like this. Now I'm going to AutoFit Column Width, it shows like this. That means there may be a slight change in the last two options, that is a column width and window. So that is not visible for us. So I'm going to choose either AutoFit Window or AutoFit Column Width. That depends on the requirement. Currently I'm going to choose AutoFit Window, and it will adjust the table as per the margins that we have specified in the document. Now I need to format this content. For this, the first one is I need to select the title part, and I'm going to make this aligned properly. So for that, I'm going to choose alignment. Here I have different alignment options. There I'm going to choose align center left. So this is to be chosen for title. Don't choose align center, and don't choose right align center. For title, you have to represent left center, and for page number it is center, and for serial number also it is center. But you have to remember that when you are choosing align center left, then you have to choose align center for page number and serial number. But currently for serial number which was selected, it is align top center, but I want align center. So here I'm going to select the serial number. Now I'm going to click on align center. There may be a slight change, and similarly for page number also I'm going to select this, and I'm going to apply align center. So there will be a change. That means within the cell, the text will be located in 9 different places or 9 different positions within the cell, like top center, top left, top right, center center, center left, center right, bottom center, bottom left, bottom right. These are the 9 positions if I take one cell into consideration. Within the position where I want to place the text, I need to choose that kind of alignment option. Now I should not maintain the same font in the entire table. So for that, I need to choose what is the font that I have applied for the first line of this table. So here it is Arial 15. Now I'm going to change it with Verdana, and I'm going to change this with 14 font size. I'm going to select this, apply Verdana, and the font style is Verdana and font size is 14. Similarly, I'm going to apply the same format for serial number, and I'm going to apply the same format for page number also. And I have applied bold for this first row, and I'm going to remove bold for the remaining rest of the lines. You can choose D alphabet in home menu to remove the bold option, or you can press either Ctrl P. So now I'm going to show you the preview, Ctrl F2. So now you can see the content, but I didn't remove the borders. So I will remove the borders and I will show you the printout view. So here I'm going to remove the borders. For that, I'm going to select this table. Then I need to go for either the design tab, that is a design menu, or you can also see the same kind of option that I'm going to apply in design in home menu also. So first I will apply and I will show you how the borders will be removed with the help of the design menu. So I'm selecting design menu. Within that I have shading option. Beside that I have border style, and beside that I have pen color, and beside that I have borders. So when I click on borders here, I have to apply no borders. So when I click on no borders, it will show the So I didn't apply, just I have moved the cursor over the option that is no border, and it shows it is border is removed. Now I'm going to apply the same by using home menu, home. Here I have borders in the paragraph settings. So I'm going to select this by clicking on the drop down button, and I have to choose no border. So when I click on no border, it shows there is no border here. Now when I see the preview, it shows there is no border. Now when you look into the content at the top and at the bottom, which was separated, so now you can see the difference, how the content is formatted. Now for this I want to place the heading as content. So I'm going to select the heading, and I'm going to apply Verdana font with 16 font size. That means for headings you can take 16. Then I'm going to cut it, and I want to paste it at the top of this page. So for that I need to move the table after the content. So for that I'm going to select the table. I'm going to cut the table here. Now I'm deleting this line. Now I'm moving the cursor towards the end of the contents heading line. Then I'm pressing enter. Then I'm going to place the table. But when I press enter, there is no line gap in between the content and the table. So before pressing enter, that means I'm going to undo. Now before pressing enter, you have to set the line gap and paragraph spacing. So for that, go for paragraph settings, then choose 1.5 line spacing option, followed by after spacing is 10, and press enter. Now it shows there is a line gap in between the contents and the line where I'm going to place the table content. Now I'm going to place the table by pasting it, because I have copied earlier. Now the cursor is blinking here. Anyhow, I'm going to remove this sample content here, which I have typed to show you. And now I would like to select the table, and I would like to apply the border, and I'm going to remove the last row which is empty, which is not necessary here. So I'm going to select the entire row, and I'm deleting it. After removing the row, I'm going to select the table once again, and I'm going to apply no border, and I'm going to apply paragraph settings, line spacing with 1.5 line spacing, and I'm clicking on OK. And still, if you need more spaces, we can give paragraph spacing option also. Now I will format the content in the table from second row onwards, because when we look into the font style, here it is Arial. Now I'm going to select Verdana font, and the font size by default in the sample content is 15. I'm going to assign 12. Now when I see the preview, so this is how we can align and format the contents of the technical seminar report. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe and share with your friends.